The pain, you can't describe the pain. It's not like being burnt or being punched or, you know what I mean, like having a fight. It just lingers.
3 years ago, Tina Ford became a member of a club no one wants to join. She became the mother of a homicide victim when her son, Armani Ford, a promising student and star quarterback, was gunned down in Clairton. Her pain made worse by the fact that to this day, no one has been charged in his murder.
I know there's people who know what happened, and these are the same people who speak to me every day, but I have to keep my faith.
She's not alone. While homicides have been spiking across the country, CBS News finds that clearance rates, or the percentage of homicides solved by arrests or other means, have been falling dramatically over the past 2.5 decades. According to data provided by the FBI and analyzed by CBS News, in 1995, police solved 60.5% of the homicides in America. But by 2020, the percentage had dropped to 51.6%. During the same time, the greater Pittsburgh metropolitan area maintained clearance rates better than the national average, but the decline was much steeper. In 1995, the region posted a clearance rate of 82.8%, but by 2019, that had fallen to 61.5%. And in just the past 3 years, the Pittsburgh Police Bureau's record of solving homicides has fallen closer in line with national levels, from 75.4% in 2018 to 51.7% last year, and just 31.1% so far this year. Criminologist and former FBI agent Larry Likar says that sends a message. If you know that you have a better than even chance of getting away with it, you might commit that murder, right?
Yes, and they do know it. The perpetrators are going to know that there's a lower rate of solving the cases. They're going to know because they know people who commits these murders and got away with it. And that does take away the deterrent capability.
Also, in the past 3 years in this region, both homicide victims and their suspected killers have gotten younger and younger, now many in their early teens. Likar and others say one reason for the drop in clearance rates is that these cases have proven exceptionally difficult to solve and bring to trial. Take the case of 15-year-old Stephen Eason, who was shot and killed in front of 50 people at a hayride event last fall. But no one has come forward to help police catch his killer. Don't snitch. That's the code. That's the code of the street, right?
It is, and they adhere to it.
Police must now rely more heavily on technology to solve homicides. Things like ShotSpotter, license plates readers, and video evidence from surveillance cameras or cell phones. And they scour social media for evidence of vendettas or retributions. But this demands a new kind of investigator.
It's not going to be the seasoned investigator going in, getting a confession, getting leads. It's going to be sitting down at computers, looking at social media and putting it together, and it's a different skill set.
But even when they find information that points to likely suspects, that doesn't mean an arrest will be made. Detectives tell me they often believe they know who's responsible, but without someone willing to testify, the district attorney may be reluctant to file charges.
People got to say enough's enough. I mean, their kids are dying, family members, friends.
Pittsburgh Police Chief Scott Schubert says it's a small number of violent criminals who are terrorizing the community, and police need the community's help to identify and prosecute them.
We need the public to help us get them off the street. There's only so much we can do. We can be as proactive as possible out there, but there's a lot of information that's out there that's not coming to us.
And I understand that because I sat with my chief of police that I have a good rapport with, and he told me, he said, Tina, we could have solved your son's crime within the hour. No one will talk.
Ford believes better police-community relations and officers gaining back trust in the community could break the code of silence. But in the meantime, she's founded the group Moms, Mothers of Murdered Sons, a support group that helps women preserve the legacy of their children, turning tragedy into a good while waiting for justice.
I focus a lot on keeping our children relevant, that our kids didn't die in vain. Our kids had lives, they had futures.
Law enforcement fears if they can't reverse this trend in clearances, the number of homicides will only go up and the death toll will continue to rise as more and more offenders believe they can commit crime without punishment. Andy Sheehan, CBS News, Pittsburgh.